If your desk is the messiest area of your life and you've got papers and you've got books and it's so messy, the number one thing, the thing that should come before it all is to ask yourself,
Demir, my messy desk hinders my productivity. Any tips to improve my desk's feng shui for better work?
dirty desks. I'm going to expand this to just dirty environments, but I think the desk is particular to our work environment. I think dirty desks are, in this Jungian sense, a reflection of cluttered mind. I would actually elevate this beyond my feng shui of my desk is crazy. I would elevate it to, this is a reflection of my internal disorganization. And what's bothering me isn't just that my desk is cluttered. It's that I would bet $100 because I know clients, I have clients who are perfectly happy with cluttered desks. It does not bother them at all. And then I have clients who it really bothers them and it really impinges their productivity. So I would bet if you're bringing this up, it's something that's a reflection of a deeper, like sort of cluttered mind state. In terms of tips, I would say number one, just practically try to go digital. And this is one of those areas where, a lot of people are like digital, physical, tomato. Who really cares, right? Honestly, I'm not a technology for technology's sake type of guy, but this is one of those places where if you could take all of those old papers and you can actually get it uploaded into Evernote, now not only is it not cluttering up your physical space, but you have something called searchability. And this is only going to increase now with AI. And let's just use Evernote as an example because it's a great example, but there's 100 platforms that are this similar. You could just start taking those papers and scanning them and throwing them into Evernote and then go into the search bar or interact with some kind of AI. And you'll be able to say, hey, I remember I had a paper. It talked about this, and this, and either the search box or the AI agent will be able to go back and find that and bring it back to you. So I think more than ever, it's not 50-50. You really do want to lean into digitization. Now, if you're somebody who's been living a life where you've been accruing papers for many, many, many years, you may want to hire a service or an assistant to come through and assist you with some of that initial workflow of digitization. But if you don't have the money for that, or you don't have the desire to do that, I would say build the bridge as you're walking across it. Meaning when you find a paper and it's relevant to you, go ahead in that moment and digitize it and then start interacting with it in its digital form. Now, another benefit of that is once you digitize it and put it in Evernote, now not only is the title of that paper searchable, all of the content of that paper is searchable. And with AI, even the graphs and the data in some of those papers will start to become searchable. So this is a wagon that you want to be on. So I don't care if you're already approaching the end of your career or if you never felt like you were tech savvy. I'd say my number one tip right now is to start to digitize it. So if your desk is the messiest area of your life and you've got papers and you've got books and it's so messy, the number one thing, the thing that should come before it all is to ask yourself, what information storage here needs to be digitized? How can I take some of this information and start to move it over into platforms where I've got better searchability, where I've got better accessibility, and I don't have to dig through files and I can actually go out there. And what you'll find is that's going to take a huge chunk out of this pie, the pie chart of how many things that you are storing on your desk. A huge chunk is just going to get taken away. Now, are there some other things that we can work on? Absolutely. But I would say the most leveraged thing would be to get over that hump and get yourself into something like Evernote.